Hey everyone, it's Fun Around, and my name is Jordan, and welcome to Monday's massive slate of games before we have a day off, and then we have Christmas games. So most of the league will be playing. I have about 5 picks for you guys as of right now. I'm still, just more picks are coming in, more lines are coming in, and I'm still just sifting through the data. It is a lot. It's like paralysis by analysis, but I did find some. So I decided I'm just going to get these published and get these out there. There's still 5 of them, but the pin comment will still be live, and I will still look through the day and see if I can find anything for you guys. So you will see images that come up on the screen right here. That's from a data app called Outlier. There will be a link in the description that'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So first I want to talk about the teams that are going to be on a back-to-back just to keep an eye on, just in case you want to take a player from that team. Make sure they didn't play too much the night before, like maybe a Nuggets player who went into overtime or something like that. They could be a little bit more tired. So teams on a back-to-back will be the Nuggets at home against the fresh Suns. The Rockets will be on the road against the fresh Hornets. Raptors on the road against the fresh Knicks. And then the Pacers will be on the road against a fresh Warriors team. So first I was writing down Isaiah Hartenstein double-double. He has been a wagon this year with rebounds, with points, and everything. And then I looked at the spread of this game against Washington. So I got a little bit worried because the times that he has missed have been in blowouts. And he didn't play the full game. So, yes, Isaiah Hartenstein has a great matchup for points and rebounds. So, I'm not just like overlooking it or missed it or anything like that. I'm just worried about the blowout potential there with an 18-point spread against the Wizards for the Thunder. So I do have a Thunder player that I like, and it's going to be someone that I took a few games back, and he did great for us. And it's Cason Wallace over 1.5 blocks plus steals. This is at -110. So I really like this payout. This was -150 in that game versus the Milwaukee Bucks. So the matchup, the Wizards give up the most steals to the shooting guard position and the 4th most blocks. I give this an A+ matchup. The recent history, he's gone over in 7 out of the last 8 games and 16 out of the last 20 games. Recent history is an A. Head-to-head, he played them twice last year. He went over in 1. He actually crushed it in 1, and then the other game, he didn't do anything. So I give that a C because it's just kind of a split there. And then home and away, only 2 misses at home this year, and that was earlier in the year. And he's gone over in 7 straight at home. So for -110, overall grade of an A here for Cason Wallace to get 1.5 blocks plus steals. This next pick is going to be one that got bumped up, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the bump. I normally don't do it, but it's plus money, so I feel good about it. Cade Cunningham over 9.5 assists at plus 110. The matchup is the Lakers. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are questionable. I have a feeling one of them may sit out, or both of them may sit out, just so they could be fresh for the Christmas Day games, because they're hyping those up a lot. That's just like, I don't know. I don't have any insider information or anything like that. That's just like a gut feeling. But still, Cade Cunningham going up against the Lakers, they give up the 8th most assists to the point guard position. Recent history, he's gone over in 10 out of the last 13 games, averaging 20 potential assists over the last 5 games. Recent history is a B. Matchup is a B. Head-to-head, he played them this year and he went over. He actually ended up with a triple-double with 11 rebounds, 11 assists. He missed last year. He wasn't passing the same. He got 10 and 9 potential assists in the 2 games last year. So he's getting double that now this year, the way he is playing. So I give head-to-head a B. I'm weighing this year a little bit more. And home and away, he's gone over 9 out of the last 10 games on the road. I was a little bit surprised that he's playing better on the road, getting assists. So an overall grade of a B plus for Cade Cunningham, 9.5 assists. If you can get it at plus money, if this drops below plus money, check his double-double, see if kind of weigh those back and forth. If you guys could, please like the video, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You can just put your favorite number, or just put the number 25 for Christmas, because that's coming up. So thank you to anyone who does that. It just helps the video get out there. And before I continue and get into this next one, if you're watching for the first time, you're a little bit confused, I have my checklist method that I'm trying to check the boxes on. The matchup, is it good? Recent history, is it good? Head-to-head, is it good? And home and away, is it good? And sometimes if a player's on a back-to-back, how do they play on back-to-backs? I want to check all those boxes, make sure they're at least good. Sometimes head-to-head, if a role has changed, then it doesn't look as great, but we have to assess the new role. So this next one, I kind of went back and forth on because it was an under, but I'm going to pick on him again. It's going to be Nic Claxton, under 13.5 points plus assist at -130. So the matchup, he's going up against the Miami Heat, and they give up the 9th least points to the center position and the 7th least assist overall. And he doesn't pass the ball much at all. That's what we had last time, under 2.5 assists. They don't have that out. It's at 1.5 now. It dropped down. But he still hasn't done that great as of late. He's not playing as much as he used to. Recent history, he's gone under in 8 out of the last 10 games. He's playing around 24 minutes. And his points line's at 10.5, and this line's at 13.5. So we are getting that 3 assist boost to where he's not really getting much. He would need 4 assists to make it worth it for his points. And he hasn't even been scoring that much lately. It's just volume pretty much. So recent history, I give that a B. Matchup, I give that a B minus. Head-to-head, he went under in 2 out of 3 games versus him last year. He did play some more minutes in those games, but he hasn't done great even with Schroeder gone. He's actually had 0 assists with Schroeder gone, so you could take a shot at under 1.5 assists for like nice plus money. But home and away, he's gone under in 7 out of 10 road games this year. He had a nice 3-game stretch there. He was playing about 10 more minutes than he is now for those games. So I give this an overall grade of a B for the under on Nic Claxton. Up against the Miami Heat. And this next one, I just saw this because the line first came out for Karl-Anthony Towns for his rebounds, and it was super high. I was like, I don't know if I can take this, but it actually got bumped down, so I'm gonna take the bump on the bump down here. So Karl-Anthony Towns, I like him over 13.5 rebounds at -130. If you can get rebounds, assists at 16.5, it's at 17.5 right now, but if it follows suit and gets bumped down, I do like that at 16.5. 17.5 is +4 assists, and he does get that every once in a while, but I much prefer it when it's at 3. So matchup against the Raptors, they give up the 9th most rebounds to the center position. This is a B- matchup, and B- isn't bad. C is average, like 15th, middle of this isn't like school where you get a C and you feel really bad about it. C is like average, so B- really isn't that bad. Recent history, he's gone over in 10 out of the last 12 games. Last game, he did not go over. He got in foul trouble very early. He did not play for most of the second quarter, and he played about 10 minutes less than usual. It looks like 9 minutes less than usual, and he's been averaging 26 rebound chances over the last 5 games, even with that game included. So recent history, I give this an A. Head-to-head, he played them this year. He got 15 rebounds against them this year, and he missed against them last year. So I'm going to give that a C, just a split there. Maybe I should give it a C plus because of the going this year, or even a B- because we have data from this year. And home and away, he's gone over in 5 out of the last 6 home games. So overall, I give this a B+ play for over 13 rebounds, 13 and a half rebounds for Karl-Anthony Towns at -130. And before I get into this last one, I want to shout out my partners. If you want to get away from Prizepicks, try out something new with more options, more payouts, different types of payouts, dynamic payouts. Try out Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, ChalkBoard, and BETR. They'll all match your deposit up to $100. BETR will do it up to $200. Links are in the description and I'll take you there. Promo code is FINDAROUND11. So those first 4 plays categorize into my checklist. I actually keep track of the checklist plays, and the ones that aren't checklist plays, I keep track of those on the side. But this next one will not meet the criteria of a checklist play because there's just not enough data on it. And yeah, you'll see in a second. So I like Kevin Durant over 4.5 assists at -130. You'll see since he returned from injury, he has gone over in 4 straight, and he has been crushing it with the assist, averaging 9 potential assists over this 4-game stretch since returning from injury. And then with Devin Booker out, he got 6 assists, and with Devin Booker out, last year against Denver, he ended up with 11 assists and 5 assists. So why am I picking Kevin Durant against Denver? Denver gives up the most assists to teams. That's why you saw DeJounte Murray just get a ton of assists. I know I don't do videos for Sunday that often, but if you were researching, you would have saw Denver gave up a lot of assists. You would have saw DeJounte Murray, and you probably would have went with that, and you would have got that assist play. So he's gone over in 67% of games over the last 2 years with Devin Booker out. He's going to have the ball in his hands a lot more, so a lot more usage for him. Yes, his shots are going to go up. His volume is going to go up. But whenever he gets double teamed or something like that, Denver gives up a ton of assists. So this doesn't meet the criteria of like home and away and stuff like that. And recent history isn't that much. So it's not going to be a checklist play, but it's just one that I want to point out because I think it's a good play just based off the little data that we do have and this matchup against the team that gives up the most assists to teams. So Kevin Durant over 4.5 assists. So the pinned comment will be live still, like I said. It's about 2 in the morning, so I'm going to get some rest. I will take a look at the lines again because more are still coming out, like Clippers and Grizzlies. They just had Ja Morant and James Harden available. So if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. You can hop on in there and discuss NFL, basketball, everything is going on there. It's like a town square type thing. You just hop on in and just talk about your plays. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. And also a recap of Saturday, which was a pretty big slate. So I had Karl-Anthony Towns over 16.5 rebounds plus assists. Like I said, he got in foul trouble and he ended up just short. He could use those 9 extra minutes. Probably would have got it done. I had DeAndre Ayton over 13.5 points. He ended up getting 14 and he hit that. Nic Claxton under 2.5 assists, and unders just stressed me out a lot more. Every time I checked the box score, I was like, I'm sure he's got like 10 assists for whatever reason, but he ended up with 0, so that one hit. And then in the pinned comment, I put Cade Cunningham over rebounds, that missed. Donovan Mitchell over assists, that hit. And Peyton Pritchard over rebounds, that one hit. So as far as player props went, it was 4 and 2, and then I had some first quarter spreads with the Cavaliers and Timberwolves, and those both missed. So player props still did well, and the checklist plays did well. So not an awful day. I just got to get better at the spreads. The data and everything looked perfect on them, and they just didn't happen. So I know the spreads can be a little bit tough because, people are betting them up and down, and it ends up to where it's like 50-50 pretty much. But money lines, definitely, I can look into that and like parlaying money lines to get a good payout and things like that. So I'll get this edited and get it out to you all. God bless you. It's final round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.